We're back. I'm Brian.
This is Richard.
And this is I Love You 3000 Minutes podcast. The podcast where we time travel through the entire Infinity Saga, one glorious minute at a time. We're on Iron Man 1, minute 7. And Richie, what happened?
Well, it's like glorious time travel. It's the opposite of good time travel, where you just instantly get there. This is going to be the opposite. We're going to take it slower. Time is going to be longer, and we're going to be moving fast motion without slow motion.
We went back in time, and we got to just live through to catch up. There's no time travel forward. We're going back, and we're slowly just getting older.
Just thought we'd clarify
as
for you guys.
As we catch up to modern times. Shut up, it's a fun endgame joke. You fucking ruiner of my jokes.
I like it. I do like it. No. Anyway, Obadiah looks to be not too much of a dick. He makes a good excuse for Tony. And so, he's not showing immediately to be like he could be in opposition to Tony in any way, but
the best thing about Tony is also the worst. He's always working.
Working.
And then we get that music cue again. Dun 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 dun.
They're having fun. This gentleman appears clearly kind of offended, kind of miffed that Tony didn't accept it.
Yeah, we start with that. We see the bald gentleman come up and button his suit, looking all fancy. And he says, "Thank you, Colonel." And, I never actually caught this, but the subtitles this gentleman presenting it, because I don't know either of their names, says, "Thanks for the save."
Yeah. That's cool. That's something I probably didn't hear in audio.
Yeah, I've never heard it. And then he says, "This is beautiful. Thank you all very much." And we cut to another military guy in the crowd just looking. I wonder if that's a cameo, if it was meant to be a bigger role. I don't know who this gentleman in the military
with
stuffs.
The weird mustache.
Ooh, shots fired. And shades inside.
I mean, most mustaches are weird, wouldn't you say? Just this fuzzy thing.
He's Sniper Agent 009 without the vowels and sniper. Get him. But he does have shades inside. I would argue that's a little bit weirder.
Yeah.
Right?
It is.
But let me see. And, so does Tony. But they're red shades, so they're sexy. But I do wonder if that's a cameo of somebody. Or if that's an actual military guy, considering what I was talking about last minute. But he makes a very funny joke. And also, I see that the gentleman who is presenting has this kind of knowing smile, like he may have heard this speech before. But he says, "Well, I'm not Tony Stark." Great line. But if I were Tony, he would be very honored. And blah, blah, blah. And I didn't notice, but we've got ropes in the back protecting the glittery tinsel stuff hanging down. We've just got ropes. No one can go past that. Don't touch the tinsel. Don't touch the tinsel set. He's nice and lit up. Big auditorium. Lots of tables. Looks like my wedding. I'm kidding. No one's ever loved me. Just gonna leave that hanging there. Okay.
I was focused on what was happening on the screen.
Good. Thanks for the save. But then do you want to take the reins for...
I mean, I don't know. It's just kind of more exposition. Stuff happened, blah, blah, blah. He makes an excuse for him.
If you were Tony Stark, he'd be honored.
The general approaches him like, "Bruh, WTF."
Oh, he said Colonel.
The colonel approaches him like, "Bruh, you left me hanging. What'd you do that for?" Like, I think a person who couldn't hear and didn't have the subtitles would be like, "Oh, hey, I understand what's happening here. He looks pretty mad at that guy."
Yeah. And when we cut over, we get a beautiful shot of a craps table with that music cue. And we see Mr. Stark with a nice button-up red shirt, red sunglasses on the casino floor. And over his shoulder, our boy Jon Favreau putting himself in that movie. Jon Favreau, whose first film was Swingers, directed by the guy who ended up directing Edge of Tomorrow and Mr. and Mrs. Smith and American Made. I'm forgetting his name. But he wrote Swingers, co-starred in it, Jon Favreau directed this film.
And
I've gotten a co-writing credit on this.
That also looks like Hilary Swank in this blurry. We're looking
it actually
at this
does.
Blurry.
It looks a little Hillary. It's not Hilary Swank.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. Now that the picture moved, it's not.
No, but it does look like her. And look, even this table has so much excitement that there's even a guy in the background when Tony Stark goes to hit the Jon Favreau guy on the shoulder. Very familial, very friendly. I like it. We got a guy 3 rows of people back excited at this craps table. This craps table has a lot of people around. He must be even more popular. And Mr. Stark goes to flirt with a woman in red. But hey, Hilary Swank. She's like, no. What's up?
We don't think it's Hilary Swank, by the way, but it just looks a lot like her. Yeah.
Hilary Swanky. That's her name. Her name's Hilary Swank. And he says, we should just stay till the morning. Now, do you think he means at this crap table? Or does he mean somewhere else?
Oh!
I'm asking you. You're Mr. Maxim.
Don't call me Mr. Maxim, even though I might use it as a gaming handle in the future. Yeah, I mean, obviously, he's like, hey, let's do something till the morning, wink, wink.
And then we get the Colonel coming in, like you said, you are unbelievable. And then, I don't understand, look, I'm going to peer into the future. I don't understand, since they leave this place by going to his private jet with him waiting there, how Tony's like, what? They roped you into this? How are you here, man? When they fly out together. And he's there before him, so it's... Oh, wait, no. That's back at his home.
Oh, I thought that was the Colonel saying, oh no, did they rope you into this?
No, that's Tony.
Okay.
So, never mind. I was remembering wrong. That's him leaving his house after he's fixing a car and blah, blah. Forget everything I just said. I'm not cutting it out. These are my quirks. This will make you love me more. For not being pregnant.
I don't know about that.
But he said, nobody roped me into anything. Look at all those chips Tony has. This craps table guy has a watch, and I'm guessing that's the Caesars logo, and the woman in red starts going, but look at those chips Tony has. Hilary Swanky has like 2 chips. If it's not this woman in the pinkish, yellowish dress.
It's probably the corner there.
Tony's got the woman in red has some, are those hers or, I don't know. She's got a little pile, it looks like. But he's got a big old pile of red chips. I don't know what those red and black, what's the value of those? Is he just having a $10 million on that table? Tell us in the comments. But we see Jon Favreau looking as Hilary Swanky's getting
handsy.
Rooster blocked.
Sure, yeah.
And then, Red Lady throws some chips on the table. And the Colonel, because that's the only name we know, they said, but they told me that if I presented you with an award, you'd be deeply honored. He says, of course I'd be deeply honored. And but if not for the subtitles, we wouldn't know what's next. They'll be in the next minute. Anything else you'd like to say? What do you think their relationship is?
They know each other. The Colonel is mad. Miffed. And,
and she's trying to be milfed.
They've advanced the story. they've advanced the story and stuff in this minute.
Show that they're friendly enough that the first he sees him is like, oh no! They roped you into this? He doesn't see it as fun as that craps table. By the way, he said roped you into it. Not like, oh, you got to come? Cool. It's like, oh no, this is business.
Right. It's fun to see how just 36 hours before he was having the time of his life and a good old playboy lifestyle, and then, 36 hours later he's taken hostage.
Now I gotta ask, that is interesting, and I gotta ask, since you said all mustaches are weird.
That's a neat military mustache.
What about that Colonel's mustache? Not weird?
I'll try to trim the 20 whiskers that form on either side of my upper lip to look like that. I'll try that.
It is interesting because the guy with the mustache and sunglasses were both like, no, to those details respectively. Mustache you, sunglasses me. And now we got a guy with a beautiful mustache and a guy with beautiful sunglasses indoors. And we're like, yes. Si bueno. It's all good. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Different expensive shades there for Tony Stark.
It really does make a difference for me that they're red shades.
For Tony or for the military
guy?
For
wearing them inside.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how cool the military guy would be wearing red shades.
Literal rose-colored glasses. I mean, that could be a thing. I don't know if that's what they were going for.
Ah! Also red for Iron Man. I mean, who's Iron Man? Ooh. All I know is there's a metal sound.
There's a title metal sounding card with it.
Do you find it interesting that in these movies, instead of like a title sequence or more dedicated to the title, there's the Marvel logo has taken the title sequence spot, and the titles are really dunk. We're here for 3 seconds. Even Avengers Age of Ultron. And I'm guessing for the other ones, it's really just poof, and then they rotate out.
Yeah, I mean, true. I mean, the Marvel thing is just like they're putting their stamp as a studio, where it's not Paramount, it's not Universal Studios, it's Marvel Studios, and right. So then, yeah.
And I was in NJRTC. That is a lot of ribbons on that guy's chest. That's a lot of ribbons to earn. Mm-hmm. I mean, he is a colonel, so duh. I bet if they have a limit, he got like a whole mason jar of ones that he's like, not good enough for my chest. Mm-hmm. This was good enough once, but I have transcended that. This is my Mark 56 ribbon. That's a reference to the franchise. All right, anything else?
Nope.
I thought that was like a bullet.
That looks suggestive.
In the corner, bottom right-hand corner near the 53-second mark of this minute, there's a little thing poking up past the chips. If anyone has spent time at the craps tables, which I literally never have, tell us what that phallic little thing is. To the left of the purplish, bluish, reddish chips. All right, that's been minute 7.
I'm Richard.
I'm Brian.
You've got an army.
We've got a podcast.